I recently read a quote that really blessed me, and it really got me to thinking. The quote said this in a roundabout way. It says that people don't see things as they are. They see things as they are. In other words, a lot of times we're looking at things from our own perspective, from the way that we think, from the way that we understand, from the way that we have experienced life, and we could very well be missing the reality of the things that are right before us. And I think it's interesting that sometimes we jump to conclusions, and I know I'm guilty of it, because we are seeing things as we are, not seeing things as they actually are. And I believe that God kind of addresses this in Romans 12 when he says this. He says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." Ultimately, what God is trying to communicate to us is that we cannot be conformed to the things of this world, meaning the patterns, the way that people perceive and understand what's going on in the world, that we have to be transformed, changed from the inside out by the renewing of our mind. Now, one of the most interesting things about that word renewing is that word renewing in the Greek can be translated to the word renovation, which we understand renovation to mean that something is being torn down and something is being built back up. Renovation, something being torn down and something being built back up. And the thing that needs to be renovated is our mind, the way that we think, the way that we interpret, the way that we see things. Because if we do not transform our mind, if we don't allow that renovation to take place, we will not be able to know or to understand what God's perfect will is. We would only be using our own thoughts to interpret the things that we see. Now, it's very important, just like any renovation, that the person or the company or the ones who is doing the renovation is extremely key. Meaning that if I'm not very good at renovating, I probably shouldn't go knock down the house and start to just try to figure out how to put it back together. I should be well skilled, well trained. I should understand what is the regulations, what are the codes, how to handle the wiring, because we recognize that to renovate a house, there are many different dynamics. You got the windows, you got the AC, you got the electrical, you got the plumbing, you got the carpentry as it relates to the walls. You got all these different things, and if I'm not trained, or if I'm not learned, as some people would say, in any of these areas, then that house's value or that house in itself can be damaged because of my lack of understanding on how to renovate. How does that translate? In order for us to make sure that our mind is renovated correctly, don't we believe, or don't we understand, or don't we think it's a great idea to make sure that the one who is renovating our mind understands the different dynamics, the different capacities, the different things that we encounter in life? Don't we believe, or shouldn't we understand, that in order for it to be the best renovation possible, that we should have the one who knows us the best, the one who created us, the one who knows us inside and out, the one who said that he wove us together in our mother's womb, the one who said that he knows the number of hairs that is on our head, the one that says that I have spoken over you, your days are numbered, every tear that you cry I collected. Shouldn't we have the person who knows us the best and knows the best about life do the renovation? I believe personally that if I'm going to allow myself to be renovated, if I'm going to allow myself to be renewed, if I'm going to allow my mind to be changed, I want to make sure that the person who is the general contractor or the one who is responsible from taking me from one place to the next understands me better than anybody else. And who does that better than God, our Father? And so I would encourage you to know that God desires us to renew and renovate our mind so that we can have a new perspective and a new way that we see and interpret things of this world. And I encourage you that he does it when we go and we read scripture. He does it when we are connected with other believers and have conversation and communication. He does it when we spend time in prayer and speak with him. He does it when we serve people and we find ourselves in places where we can see him at work. He does it in a variety of ways, but we have to be willing to submit ourselves to his renewing or renovating of our mind. I want to encourage you that God can and he will renew your mind if you surrender and submit to his will. God bless you. This is Antoine Anderson. I pray that you will like the video, comment on the video, share the video, but make sure that you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any updates or any information that's coming out. God bless you, and I'll speak with you soon. God bless you. This is Antoine Anderson. And once again, I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I pray that the content blessed you. In fact, if you really got something out of the book and you want to get some more information, or you want to get more of that specific content with share, you want to purchase my first book, Bargain Basement Jesus. There should be a link below where you can purchase it on Amazon. Some of the things that I shared today came from this book. I wasn't able to share everything, but if you really want to get more nuggets and you want to get more of the meat, more of the principles in their entirety, I strongly encourage you to click the link below and purchase this book, Bargain Basement Jesus, The Cost of Following. I pray that it will be a blessing to you and to your life. God bless you, and I will talk to you soon.